John here from All Miniatures Great and Small, and today's episode of What's on the Table is just a bunch of random stuff, which is kind of how my mind's been feeling lately. Alright, so what do we have on the table in various states of completion? Let's start with Age of Sigmar. I built these guys. If you saw my Age of Sigmar Dominion unboxing, these are some of the models out of that. I base coated all of the models out of that base set, but here I'm just showing you a couple. I find these guys, these Stormcast Eternals, to be pretty easy to paint up, just because the gold, which makes up the majority of their armor, is easy to paint and highlight, particularly with the gold spray paint. The gold primer makes it awesome. That lets me spend a little bit more time on the blue, which acts as a highlight, and so on. And then the commander, obviously this really cool model is going to require some more work because it's got a very detailed base that's obviously not going to be gold, and wings that need to be painted. I spray painted those, base coated those in primer gray instead of gold. So there you go. The other thing I was working on was some of my West Germans. I still have some more work I want to do on my West Germans. So these are Leopard 2 tanks, just the regular old Leopard 2s, which are still pretty awesome tanks. I had some more work to do with them. I have an upcoming battle report where I'm going to use these. I'm going to be playing against my friend Mark. He's bringing some Soviets. I'm going to bust out the West German, basically the West German starter box, plus a little bit extra. We're going to be playing 120 points. So I wanted to make sure I got that done. You can see here, if it doesn't blur, I worked on the commander, and then I need to apply some weathering. I'm still waiting on Battlefront for my missing decals. Hopefully those will arrive soon, because the decals kind of hold up the weathering, and without the weathering I don't feel like the tanks are complete. But otherwise I think these are going to be fine to play with. I think they look good now that I've got the little doodads, the machine guns, the crew painted. So those have been worked on this week as well. Kind of in the spaceship realm, science fiction realm, I've been working on some Gamelon or Garmalos 1/1000 scale spaceships. So this is a Gamelon destroyer, and I just think it's a cool model. I did a separate kind of unboxing and look at the box set where this guy came from with his bigger sister ships, and it's very cool. This has basically a semi-gloss coat to help me do some panel lining and whatnot. But I like it. I like the ship. It's kind of got a World War II naval feel, but also like a Captain Nemo Nautilus feel to it, a submarine feel. That I think just speaks to me, so I like this design. Then last but not least, kind of whimsy wise, I pulled out an old game called Rivet Wars and painted a few more figures. I have a ton of these guys. Rivet Wars is a really fun game. Look towards a retro gaming episode covering it, but I painted up these guys recently. Every once in a while when I get the itch, I pull out the box and paint a couple more. There's like a little Allied guy, a little Blight guy. Basically the game is steampunk World War I with little chibi looking characters. They're called rivets because they look like rivets. Always a lot of fun to paint these guys because it's it's just kind of silly. Alright guys, there you go. A really short episode of What's on the Table. You can kind of see what I'm up to. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please do consider giving us a like and subscribe. Click that bell to receive notification when we release new content. If you like our Flames of War content, please do check out our Patreon, link in the video description below. As always, thanks for watching everyone, and keep on wargaming.